Hi, Mick here from Velvet Photography. I'm just going to do a little what's in my bag spiel. In case you want, some of you may want to know what's in this wedding photographer, portrait photographer's bag. Well, let me show you. Just these two babies. I used to be a Nikon D700 full frame shooter, and I shot with the Nikon D700 from the week it came out. I bought it the week it came out, and I had it for nearly 5 years. Some of you may know I'm a big fan of the Fuji cameras. I initially bought the Fuji X100, the first version of this camera, as my personal small everywhere to go camera. And as you can see, this is the X100s, and it's styled with a little leather half case, and it's fantastic. It's very small, does the job, but the guts are cutting edge, and it's just wonderful. So it's a rangefinder style camera. It has an electronic viewfinder in here. It's an APS-C size sensor. It isn't a full frame sensor, but you know what, the whole crop versus full frame debate, it just doesn't mean anything anymore. And I think if anyone tells you differently, well, I'm of the opinion that they're just a little bit ill-informed. Now, my main camera that I have shot my last half a dozen 8 weddings on is the Fujifilm X-T1. The X-T1 is again an APS-C size sensor, 16 megapixels, and here it is. It's sporting the 23mm 1.4 prime. Fuji are producing some of the best lenses I've ever worked with, and I've owned the 70-200 and the 24-70 Nikons and a handful of their primes, but these ones are just amazing. What I love about these cameras is the dials. I've got everything. It has an old school layout, a lot more manual controlling. So I've got, what have I got over here? I've got my exposure compensation dial here, and right next to it I have the shutter speed dial, which goes all the way to 1/4000th of a second. But at Christmas time, Fuji released a firmware update to this camera, and it now has an electronic shutter which goes to, oh, what is it? Really fast. 1/100,000th of a second, and it's fantastic. And this camera shoots great out of camera JPEGs, but it also shoots in RAW format. I did a challenge where I posted some photos and I shot them only as JPEGs, and it has some really great film emulation modes, and there's a mode in here called Classic Chrome, which is a real throwback to more natural tone film, sort of emulating the Kodachrome colors, and it's just lovely. If you look on my page, you'll see some posts and challenges that I did that were straight out of camera. And on the back, I will turn it on. On the back, it has a LCD screen, but I don't look through there, but it has a really great electronic viewfinder here, and as soon as I put my eye up to there, the screen and turns off and everything is through there. The lag is minimal. It's just fantastic, and it's what you see is what you get, so there's no second guessing if the exposure is right, this, that and the other. One other good thing I really like about it is, let me find it, is underneath this button right here, you'll see the exposure types. So let me just turn it around, and where are we? And there is, I can't really do it here. There's center, spot, and average metering, and it is right there. And you can, at a flick of a switch, you've got access. So you've got access to everything. There's access to video, on-off switch, the shutter speeds, and great lens, the 23mm. I also have, for the X-T1, the 56mm f1.2. This is without a doubt the sharpest thing I've ever used. You can use it wide open and it's tack sharp. And the good thing about the firmware update, this camera, now I can shoot in open sunlight, and the electronic shutter is fast enough to give me a really sharp, well exposed picture without having to expose or underexpose or to get the shot. So really, these are my two cameras. This is a fixed lens 23mm from f2, from about 2.2 to 4 from f4. It's just super sharp. It's just great. I love how compact, and even with the other two lenses I carry for the XT, I also carry the 35mm 1.4, the 18 to 55 lens, but the biggest reach I have at the moment is the 56. I have really changed the way I work. I used to shoot weddings with a 70 to 200mm lens, but I'm still undecided if I need it for work, but so far the 56 has been all the reach that I need without getting in the way. And I did a little blog post about the mindset of rocking up to paid gigs and weddings with these two tiny little cameras. It used to bother me in the beginning, but as some of you know, I'm a big advocate for the Fujifilm cameras, and now I just don't even really care, because these cameras are just so special and so unique in their design that every here and then I've just got to do a little video and just show the world and educate the world that you don't need a big DSLR to produce great work, and these cameras haven't really let me down at all. I think they're just wonderful. I love everything about them. They're not the fastest. They're not the fastest focusing cameras in the world, but it's all about slowing you down. The Fuji cameras are about slowing you down as a photographer and making you think. So that's the design of this is just beautiful. As you can see, yeah, I'm a bit of a fanboy, but they truly are wonderful cameras. Just wanted to show them to you and say hi and just show off my little babies. People refer to them as, oh, I've got a new toy. Well, they're not toys, they're fantastic tools that I use to produce the work that you see on this page and on the main site. So anyway, I'm Mick from Velvet Photography, and these are my cameras, the X100s and the X-T1. Love them, and I hope you've enjoyed my little informative video. Anyway, bye.